what is going on here. A meat lover's paradise. So this is the sirloin, and I literally just want to eat this whole. This is the exciting bit now. I'm in heaven. We're back again on a brand new episode of London Uncovered. This week, we're on a hunt to find London's best steakhouse. But not any kind of steakhouse. This is Sagardi. This is a basque steakhouse, a 5-minute walk from Liverpool Street Station. But what is a basque steakhouse? Join me, let's go and find out. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good to see you, yeah.
Wow, I mean, just looking at this place is absolutely crazy. Like, I can't think of a single restaurant where you literally have a butchery in the restaurant right at the front. Can you show us the fridges? It just hits you and you're like the smell of the dry aged meat is absolutely glorious.
This is our dry aged cabinet, and we get the pieces, all the meat comes from Spain, north of Spain, north of Portugal, Galician area mainly. The meat is here kept for like 8-10 weeks at max, kind of, and we control the temperature, we control the humidity, we control everything.
Sagardi was started by two chef brothers opening their first restaurant in the Gothic Quarter of Barcelona. They now have restaurants in 8 cities, and their focus has always been keeping a special relationship with the Basque Country, its produce and the traditional methods of cooking. From the deep connection with the animals and the land through to the bespoke grill, this restaurant has authenticity at its very core.
The meat itself, does that come from Spain?
Most of it comes from Spain, and most of it comes from Galicia. Mainly it's the ribeye on the bone, and the sirloin as well. So basically we get the whole loin, and that's the piece we're using normally. So basically that would be what we do.
Oh wow!
Like on a every day, every 2 days basis, you know, like.
And is this just from a single cow, or how?
This is one loin of the cow. Every cow has got 2 loins. This one is almost 40 kilos, or 39 kilos.
Of course, that would just about feed me today then. And out of this, how many steaks can you make?
You'll make like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steaks more, so about 15 steaks from the whole thing.
You say that you dry age it for around 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Does that include this part? So you dry age it in here first?
Yeah,
and then
we move it there. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
The humidity is in between 50 and 70%. The humidity is the one that makes that the meat dry ages instead of getting rotten, basically.
Got you. Yeah. Wow. Should we cut it? Let's go for it.
We still cut the traditional way with the axe. Normally remove this part here.
And why are you removing that part?
This part is like too chewy to use it on the grill, so obviously we use it for other things. We make like mini hamburgers. This part also would be removed, which is so that'd be like a 2 kilo piece of steak kind of.
I think it's just crazy the colour that you've got on it, like the way that it's like that purple colour already.
The reason why it's purple, not red, is because it's been dry aged for so long, meaning that all that blood is starting to come out of the muscle.
Can you try a bit raw?
Yeah. Can put a bit of salt on it if you want.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So this specific beef, how long's that been dry aging for?
8 weeks.
That's 8 weeks. Okay. And what the dry aging process does, right, is it softens the meat, and also the blood comes out of the muscle?
Not out, but just kind of dry out, Yeah. Once you take out the first bit, which you can see here, you know. So the meat inside is in absolute perfect, very good condition.
The one at the top has got so much more colour. It's a lot darker in colour. It's almost like a browny purple compared to a lighter purple.
So we just need to remove the first kind of half centimeter to get it look the nice marbling.
Oh my god, look at the marbling on that.
Yeah.
Wow. God, you can just see all the fat throughout the meat. Wow.
So maybe with this and this we can do the cooking if you want.
Cool, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh wow, It's like a furnace in here.
We're using only charcoal.
Okay. Wow.
The charcoal, most of it comes from old oak, is the wood that we consider ideal for what we're doing.
Get like a real woody smell when you come even though it's charcoal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Normally you don't really get, because normally it's quite ashy. This is like, if you close your eyes, you would just think it was cooking over wood.
Yeah, we're grilling on a very strong grill, very strong fire, to make sure that the crust on the outside of the meat is done like properly.
The grill itself then, because I also noticed that you've got these brick blocks around the back.
Yeah.
Like, did you kind of make this grill like yourselves? Like,
Yeah,
is it custom made?
and in the Basque country is a very traditional way to do it. Yeah, but yeah, we get customized for our restaurants, our own grill. The bricks are very important to preserve the heat inside, you know.
Okay.
And then obviously the grill that obviously can go up and down, and you can, you know, just like the right temperature. It's important that inclines.
Okay.
And the rails are just round and movable, so very easy to clean. It's important the inclination to make sure that all the fat that drips from the steak comes down here, not on the fire.
And how much wood or how much charcoal do you go through to keep this thing warm?
By the end of the day, we're using about, let's say between 60 and 90 kilos of charcoal.
Oh my God.
Ideally, the meat should be at room temperature before I start grilling it.
In the meantime,
Should we go eat?
Iberian pork, they are from the south of Spain. The porks are mainly eating acorn, and they get a very strong acorn flavor within the meat. Cure them in salt, and then you hang them for a good 40 months about.
Oh wow.
So it's a 4-year process before you get actually the
My
the
God.
actual ham.
You need to open your own fragrance line. Just with all the dry aged beef smells, I'd buy 20 bottles. Oh wow, cool. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh wow, God.
Nice and salty.
Yeah, it's salty. It's almost like butter. Oh, but you can really taste the fat in it as well. Like it's got that real nice salty, buttery. Is that a crime if I try that?
No. That's how we would have it, you know. So.
That's a good combination.
there we go.
Oh, listen to that fizz.
We'll do a slightly movement just to make sure that the lines are not marked on the steak. We don't like that. It would be about 5-6 minutes on each side. We'll cover it in salt, and then the same process once again on the other side. Altogether, these steaks would take maybe 10 minutes and 12 minutes. All ex-dairy cows,
Okay.
fat cows. These kind of animals sometimes between 10 and 16 years old. The meat is already mature, well matured while alive, you know what I mean? It's a very good, sustainable way to eat, you know what I mean? The cows have been used for dairy, then after dairy we consume them.
This is the exciting bit now.
Now we'll put the salt on.
What's the reason why you cover the steak in the salt?
We cover the steak on the salt, so it helps to do the crust more intense on the outside. When you put salt on the raw meat, normally the water comes out straight away, so that's the meat juices. And this way we try to avoid that. You know? Now the meat should rest a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then we'll slice it, put it on the plate.
Service! You barely have to cut it. That there is the perfect bite of food. Cheers.
Cheers.
Like it's the caramelization of all that fat on the top. You get that really, really nice crust. Caramelization on the side of these steaks is just what sets this apart from really any of the steakhouse I've been to, because no one has the crust like that. The way that you cook it over the charcoals and render all that fat down, it just like creates the most amazing bite of food. I'm in heaven. You rub that huge like layer of salt over it each stage of the cooking process. But it's crazy now that when you take a bite of the meat, it isn't too salty, the way that they cook it. there's like a huge layer of salt crust, but that comes off on the grill at each stage, doesn't it? And because the salt particles are so big, it doesn't really like penetrate into the meat, it kind of just stays on the outside. So when you taste it, I mean, they've even put more salt over that again as you eat it, and you still don't get too much salt. A meat lover's paradise. Thank you ever so much for your hospitality today.
Great.
This was amazing to see the processes and to step inside the kitchen and see the ways that you guys are preparing the meat, cooking the meat. I haven't seen anything like it before. It's been amazing.
It's our pleasure, and thank you very much for being here.
Thank you
Very
so
glad to
much.
see you.
It's delicious.